It's strange to think how 50 years has gone by, and since that incident with Macbeth. People throughout the years have come up with all kinds of ideas and crazy conspiracies and rumors. But what really happened, only I know. You get to a certain point in life where you can no longer change or hold things inside. And this is a perfect time to share it with you. The real story of Macbeth. Because time is running out. But come what may, time and the hour runs through the roughest day. The Kennedys were my brothers. It was 1960 in New Orleans when it all began.
When I look out my window, many sights to see. And when I look in my window, so many different people to be, that it's strange, so strange. You got to pick up every stitch. You got to pick up every stitch. You got to pick up every stitch. Must be the season of the witch. Must be the season of the witch, yeah. Must be the season of the
When will the rain end? When the rain ends. Fair is foul, and foul is fair. Hover through fog and filthy air.
We now, for the first time, have a V, as we say, in front of John Fitzgerald Kennedy's name on the election board here. 32,275,184.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
Well, I think it actually just got better. Hello, ladies. Who are these drinks from?
Compliments of the house.
Well, I could get used to this.
No shit.
All hail Macbeth, Senator of Texas.
All hail Macbeth, Vice President of the United States.
All hail Macbeth, that shall be president hereafter.
What about Banquo?
Posterity will remember Banquo's name. First children will play the presidential game. Banquo and Macbeth, all hail!
All right.
If I never seize the day, my zealous ship will stay at bay. If I never seize the chance, the oval will only peer at glance. And if I never seize the glory, none would ever hear this story. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires.
The trouble really began 3 years later in 1963. You see, President John Duncan Kennedy believed in prophecies just as much as Lyndon Macbeth did. So when President Eisenhower made his farewell address about avoiding military-industrial complex in Indochina, Kennedy believed him. Kennedy almost assured the American boots would never hit the ground in Indochina, but Macbeth was politically funded by Kellogg, Brown, and Root, who would go out of business if it never occurred. And this is where the major conflict begins.
lips, sparks fly
Just leave it on the dresser. Thank you.
fingertips, echoed voices in the night. She's a restless spirit on an endless flight.
They met me on election day, and I have learned through these witches' cocktail that I will become president one day. With all that's been going on, I cannot suppress this thought from my brain, and I need to confide in my wife. Lay it to your heart, and goodbye.
Senator of Texas, Vice President of the United States, and what has been promised will be received. President Lyndon Baines Macbeth. President Lyndon Baines Macbeth. President Lyndon Baines Macbeth. It's a shame. You're weak and lack my ambition. What does the son of a poverty-stricken cattle rancher know about being president anyway? How can a puppet of a military cajolement even face the American people? He only is that puppet anyway, because I was the one who talked him into it. I was the one who bought all those TV and radio stations after I left Daddy's farm and married Lyndon. Yes?
Ladybird, the president is on his way here to Texas.
Are you on that new drug? What's it called again?
Acid? And no, ma'am. Air Force One will be landing at Dallas Love Field in a few hours.
Well, make sure there's transportation for the president from the airport to here before he goes on his tour.
Certainly.
The Raven warns of the fatality of the president entering my home state. Come, you spirits, which tend on mortal thoughts. Unsex me here, and engulf me in the masculinity of both the mind and the body. Let this humid Texan air fog my benevolence, and let this soft falling rain wet my guile. My husband, Senator of Texas, Vice President, and President hereafter. Opportunity lands in Dallas Airport.
Yes, and he'll only be here shortly, which is why immediate action is necessary. Tomorrow never knows.
Look to the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. For on that grassy knoll where flowers bloom, so does hope.
I haven't been to the Macbeth home since 1960. When Ladybird accompanied me to the campaign, Jackie was pregnant at the time. She is a strong woman, that Ladybird. Where was Marilyn?
No honor is greater than housing you for your short stay in Texas, Mr. President. I trust you arrived safely.
Please, Ladybird, call me Jack. We arrived safely this morning, thankfully. When do you think the rain will end? I was hoping to greet the Texans this afternoon in the motorcade.
Oh, trust me, Mr. President. The rain will end soon enough.
Where is your husband? I've been meaning to talk to him.
He's out making special arrangements for today. We hope your stay in Texas is the best it can be.
As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that our highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them.
Trust me, Mr. President. Any shot that Dallas gets to look at you is a shot we'd all appreciate.
If we're gonna do this, it's gonna have to be quick. Otherwise, a whole assassination is gonna be a disaster. We'd be in a world of shit. He wants to pull out of Vietnam. Kellogg, Brown, and Root would cut me off if that happened. Around 11 a.m., he's gonna start a motorcade in Dealey Plaza. He plans to make a speech. All I am asking you is to make sure that it doesn't happen. Jesus Christ, Oswald, you're one dumb son of a bitch. I can't kill him. I'm in the car right behind him. Just don't miss. So are they here?
Yes, and the president has been asking for you.
Should we really go through with this business? I know we have people to oblige, but really.
Lyndon Lyndon. With great power comes great responsibility. Or are you too much of a coward to even go through with the plan? Why so much doubt? You have gone from being mighty and powerful to weak and wimpy.
But what if we fail?
Fail? Fail? I never fail! When you become so wrapped up in something, you forget to be afraid. The clash of ideas is the sound of freedom. Today, the rifle resonates that the great Macbeth has been liberated.
Then I am settled. We are going to leave for Dallas with the President. Mr. Oswald is waiting for us. But my Lady Bird, don't let the false face hide what the false heart doth know.
I go downtown and roam all around, but every street I walk, I find.
This is a flag which I see before me. Handle toward my hand. Is America really within my grasp, or is it some unattainable American dream? Behind you I wave power and liberty. I wave popularity and eternity. And I cannot waver any longer. The formation of these stars and stripes obstruct us from entering the Vietnam hype. I cannot let democracy and fair politics get in my way when I have the potential to make this country do anything I say.
This is Paul McCartney, and now you're listening to my old chum, Cousin Brucey.
Oh, Chad, this is that new gig I was telling you about. Your new album just came out today, and this is one of the new songs.
Oh yeah, what's it about?
It's about someone who's trying to find his way, but something is blocking him. He knows that he's gonna get to where he needs to be. Soon enough, though.
You can't pray for easy lives. You have to pray to see stronger people.
Isn't that the truth?
The best road to progress is freedom's road. And if this beautiful Texan town doesn't look like freedom, I don't know what does.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the
Oh my God, Jack!
of silence.
Forgive your enemies, but never forget their names.
A man may die, nations may rise and fall, but an idea lives on.
Things do not happen. Things are made to happen. Murder. Macbeth does murder. Sleep. Macbeth shall sleep.
This is a sorry sight.
Don't think of it too much. A little water will wipe this fresh blood. And before you know it, you'll be President of the United States.
You say I won't sleep ever again.
Lyndon, for Christ's sake, don't worry so much!
What I've done.
If you're so damn worried, I'll call Jack Ruby. He'll take care of Oswald. Ruby? You're Oswald. Was that so hard? Are you happy now? See the difference some water can make?
Blood is thicker than water.
Well, that didn't stop you, did it? Let's go, Lyndon. Don't think about it so hard.
Macbeth, are you alright with being inaugurated by a chick? I mean, isn't it usually the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court?
Times are changing, my friend.
Repeat after me. I, Lyndon Baines Macbeth,
I, Lyndon Baines Macbeth,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to faithfully execute the office of the President of the United States of America,
to faithfully execute the office of President of the United States of America,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
preserve, protect, defend the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Amen.
Say it, Lyndon.
Amen.
Jackie, my deepest condolences. Jack was a great man. There will be many more great presidents, but there will never be another Camelot.
Alright, Raquel Welch, looking sexy as always. Who is fucking bothering me my special private time? Ursula Andress. You know, I really did like you in that James Bond movie. But, frankly, I think you can do better. But, hey, I get it. Bridget Bardot. You know, you really contempted me, if you know what I mean. Jesus Christ! Jane Mansfield. Ooh, you really are too hot to handle. Sophia Loren. I wouldn't mind you yesterday, today, or tomorrow. I'm coming! Jane Fonda. I'd save you for later if you weren't so much of a fucking communist.
Jesus Christ, Porter, your room smells like a French whorehouse.
I do my best. I don't know if you can tell, but I really like that groovy feel and good vibrations.
Oh, so you're a fan of the Beach Boys?
The who?
No, the Beach Boys, the group that sings Good Vibrations.
I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Have you been drinking tonight?
Well, you know, I do my best. Drinking frees the mind and soul. Sets you on a journey towards sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Three of mankind's greatest inventions. All products of drinking. So, you know, get a little drunk every once in a while and looking at some photographs of some beautiful women every once in a while really does you some good.
Well, as much as I appreciate your wisdom, where's Macbeth?
I have no idea. Might as well turn on the news. Kind of shit's on there sometimes.
And Porter, if you go around carrying pictures of Chairman Mao, you ain't gonna make it anyway anyhow.
How the hell did that get in there?
Holy shit, you have to look at this.
What's wrong?
From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, some 38 minutes ago.
President Macbeth, what are your thoughts on what has occurred?
What man can answer such a question? No man can compile all his ranging emotions into an eloquent and appropriate sentence after this most difficult catastrophe.
How will you compare to President John Duncan Kennedy as leader of our great nation?
I am just as loyal, wise, and intelligent as he, but let me recognize that no man could ever replace him in spirit, and may his family receive the most deep condolences at this most difficult time.
What will you do for this country?
Let me interject here and remind us all of the great words of our recently deceased president. Ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country.
And what I think we all need right now is some much needed sleep. And with tomorrow's sunrise, rises a new American legacy and a new great society.
put a spell on you. Because you're mine.
Everything the Voodoo women promised, he got. President Macbeth, Vice President Macbeth, Senator Macbeth. Now I bet he orchestrated this whole Kennedy murder just so he could become president. And go into Vietnam, of course. And I won't approve of that in Congress. Oh, Jesus. Well, at least my sons can be president one day, just as long as this guy doesn't destroy the country first. Oh, Mr. President, I didn't see you there. I'm sorry for sitting in your seat.
It's fine. We'll be dining in the West Wing tonight, and we'd hope you'd join us.
Yes, we're banking on you being there.
Well, I'll try to make it. I've got to take my son to a Grateful Dead concert this afternoon, but I'm sure I'll try to be there.
Yes, we hope you can make it. And your son actually likes that kind of music?
As a matter of fact, he's a huge Deadhead. Loves Jerry Garcia. Alright, well, anyway, I'll catch you guys later. See ya.
Secretary of Defense Banquo, you are deeply mistaken. You are the Deadhead now. Let every man be master of his time till 7 at night, when the concert ends. Banquo needs to be taken care of. We can't let the American people think we have a disunified cabinet, and KBR won't have it any other way. I'm president now, so you're gonna listen to every damn word I say. He's taking his son to a Grateful Dead concert tonight. Make sure neither of them return. Wouldn't it be unfortunate if his son were to become president one day? What is this? These are the acts that distinguish the men from the boys and the strong from the weak. So get it taken care of.
Dad, that concert was gas. What were all those people smoking?
Those are, cigarettes. Kids, cigarettes.
Oh, well, when I'm older, can I smoke those fancy cigarettes?
I have a feeling you're going to, regardless of what I tell you.
Well, anyway, there's something else that's been on my mind for ages, and I can't seem to figure it out. Where do babies come from?
To answer your question, son, when two parents love each other very much, they...
No!
Well, to answer your question,
No!
hey, guess we'll never know how many licks it takes to get to the center of the Tootsie.
Please, everyone, sit down, and thank you for joining me tonight. It's a very important time of my life. I know that many of you are very fond of our past president, and that is why I thank you for your recent allegiance to me. So cheers to all. Hopefully, Senator of Defense Banquo will be with us soon. Excuse me for a moment, everyone. What's his status?
Banquo's dead, sir.
And his son?
He managed to escape, but we're tracking him down.
God damn it!
I hope you all understand the president's a very passionate man. He has an important job to stage. Please excuse his current outrage.
But don't worry about Banquo. We put a bunch of bullets in his body, sinking in the bottom of the Potomac River.
I have guests over right now. I'll call you tomorrow.
Alright.
Lyndon, please. Sit.
The table is now full.
Please, sit down.
Now you mock me in your burial flag? I wasn't even the one who did it. Go on, get out of here!
I think the president has had too many pre-dinner cocktails. Maybe we should let him get some sleep.
Please, wait. Don't leave. He gets like this sometimes. Growing up so poor in Texas, he's had a tough time adjusting to the luxuries of this life. Like such a fine dinner with such important and esteemed people. Please, excuse dinner's brief postponement. What's the matter with you? Get your act together.
Don't you see it?
See it?
The ghost, the murdered flag is here, and he's making a fool of me.
What on God's green earth are you talking about? This is downright embarrassing. Be a man. Get out there. You're president. You can't keep up with this behavior.
As clearly as I am standing here, the ghost was but 5 feet near. Back in the good old days, a man would die and his body set ablaze. The voodoo witch's brew has been known to come true. And a man may die and nations may rise and fall, but an idea lives on. And things do not happen, they are made to happen. All of which is true because the murdered flag is here.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but you're being rude.
Sorry, everyone. The past is the past. Let me make another toast to restart our dinner. Love and health to all, and to Banquo, who unfortunately could not be with us tonight. Cheers.
I just began reading The Feminine Mystique, and I must say it's quite a masterpiece.
Oh, Lyndon allows you to read that type of stuff?
Leave. Get out of here. Go! Stop that. I want to relax.
I promise you this kind of behavior is normal in our household.
You're worse than any Russian communist. Come back to life. Take off the flag and fight me. If not, get the hell out of here. How did none of you see that?
Mr. President, no one has moved in the past few minutes. Nothing has left or entered. Are you sure you're all right?
Why don't you all just leave? The president does not seem to be getting any better. Good night, everyone.
Oh my god, didn't even eat.
Blood will have blood, Ladybird. It's inevitable. I need to take further control before I lose respect.
Don't look to me for any more answers. You need to figure this out for yourself. You're the president. Go to sleep.
Sleep? Sleep? I can't sleep right now. I need to start packing. Tomorrow I'm going to go to New Orleans and speak with the voodoo witches for more advice. But what I can tell you is, we are yet but young indeed. We've only just begun before the rising sun.
Hecky, what's the matter?
All the leaves were brown and the sky was gray. You allowed Macbeth to kill President JDK. You asked who shall perform the trick and revealed that mighty Macbeth would kill the Catholic. The excess of this information has led to the dawn of a brand new nation. Since you failed to include me in your voodoo, now I will have to remedy this hoodoo. Where the conspiracy began is where the conspiracy will now end. Macbeth will be in New Orleans tomorrow, where I will concoct additional sorrow. He must spurn fate, scorn death, and bear his hopes of wisdom, grace, and fear. As you all know, security is mortal's chiefest enemy.
Something wicked this way comes.
I need to know if there'll be any threats to my presidential rule, and you can inform me of this.
Beware of the powerful Speaker of the House, Macduff. With his congressional veto power, Vietnam will be bleak.
No man in Congress born of a woman will defeat you in your presidential reign.
You will never have to leave the presidency unless Cape Cod sand washes upon your porch.
Will Banquo's son ever be president?
Seek to know no more, President Macbeth.
President Macbeth, Speaker Macduff has left Congress in D.C. to go to Hyannisport to get the Kennedy brothers.
Thank you for the update. Get Air Force One ready. We're going back to D.C. From this day on, the first things of my heart will be the first things of my hand.
Beware of darkness.
Robert Malcolm Kennedy. I haven't seen you in DC forever. How you been? Good, and yourself? Good, good. The fam? Oh, they're good. Wife's name is Edith, right? Yeah, and I have 2 boys, Bobby and Nolly. Nice. They been good? School, everything? Yeah. Thank you. How about you? Good, yeah, same thing with mine. Listen, Bob, the country needs you. America's a disaster with President Macbeth. The people are rioting. Countless assassins are killing congressmen. The army's now fully engaged in a vicious war. What do you mean they're fully engaged in a vicious war? Ever since the Gulf of Tonkin incident in North Vietnam, it's been a bloodbath here and in D.C. How many men have died?
The number is not yet known, but it's high, Bobby. It's insanely high. And this son of a bitch Macbeth thinks he can do whatever the hell he wants in Southeast Asia, to protect against communist aggression. He just increased the amount of soldiers in Vietnam to 550,000 in reaction to this Tet offensive against the Viet Cong. And in addition to that, he's bankrupting the treasury. He just spent $78 billion so far this year on war. It's ridiculous. Shit hit the fan a long time ago, Bobby. We need you back in D.C.
Man, it's a shame it's all closed up out here. It must be nice in the summer.
It is, but I brought you out here to discuss a private matter. I'm not fit to leave this country. People are dying every day. This country is not on the pedestal it was when our brother was in charge. People will die, and we can't have that. And it will just be worse under me.
There's no way we can't have him. Macbeth's an absolute tyrant. It's been almost 5 years and people are just fed up with him. You know, ever since he went on the killing spree in '64, it's no longer a democracy. It's just an absolute dictatorship.
I can't. There's no way I'll win. He's rigged the system. He'll win every election. I just can't take him down. It's not even worth trying.
But we need him. You know, Bob, I've just got to say how goddamn disappointed I am in you. Your brother was one of the greatest presidents I ever had the chance to work with. Getting a bill squared away was a cigar, a glass of scotch, and a handshake in an office. It was that simple. Macbeth's nothing like that. He's an absolute tyrant and nobody can even approach him. He just does whatever he wants, and there's no input from anybody else. If the people don't get a strong leader soon, they're going to revolt. I thought that leader would be you, Bobby, but I was wrong. The land of the free and the home of the brave no longer exists, and I wonder if America will ever see its wholesome and glorious days again. You know, freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose.
Wait.
What?
Well, I was just testing you. I admire your allegiance to the Kennedy name, to this country. We have connections and we can make this work. This country is in a state of emergency. I've made my decision.
So you'll take down President Macbeth and run for president yourself?
I will run for president.
Awesome. Let's go back inside.
Let's do it.
Senator Ross, how's D.C.? Do you have any updates?
Sir, I have terrible news. Riots are rampant and the people are furious, but there's something else.
What is it?
Your whole family. They've been shot and killed.
No, you must be mistaken. I just saw them earlier.
I'm so sorry, but it's true. I'll tell you what happened. Your wife was very upset at the time.
I can't believe he would leave us at such a dangerous time. President Macbeth finds out that my husband has left. He may try to attack us.
Your wife was very worried, but I told her that you were a real groovy kind of cat. I told her that you were wise for trying to get help from President Kennedy's brother, but all she could say was,
to bug out on his wife and kids at such a time is not wise. It is stupid and selfish.
but cruel are the times when we are traitors and we do not know ourselves. Your wife went on talking to your son.
Father's dead, son. Killed by the assassins of President Macbeth. Where did he really go? He didn't leave, he was killed. I don't buy it. That's a heavy thing to say. What really happened? You can't tell anyone because we're in a very tough position, but your father went to Massachusetts to get the Kennedy brothers to overtake Macbeth and force him not to run for the president election in November.
I knew it. You're a liar, and I know it. I knew my dad was a nifty man.
Do not talk to your mother that way. Hello, may I ask who's calling?
Mrs. McDuff, I'm a White House secretary, and I just overheard something and wanted to let you know immediately. President Macbeth just dispatched a few assassins to your house. I strongly suggest you leave quickly.
This must be a trick to lure us into a trap or send us away. I have done nothing wrong. We are not going anywhere.
Where the hell's your husband?
I'm never telling you.
He's a traitor and deserves to die.
You're a liar and a scumbag.
It kills me to have to tell you this, sir, but you need to know.
Jesus, my whole family killed in one fell swoop.
Sadly, Mr. Speaker.
I'm sorry for your loss, but turn your sadness into vengeance, and we'll take back DC.
The time to grieve is just as needed, but by God, I can't wait to take Macbeth down.
Long is night that never finds the day, but soon we'll make Macbeth pay.
No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man, behind blue eyes. No one knows what it's like to be hated, to be faded, to telling only lies. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only lonely. My love is vengeance.
Red.
Let's never
Red! Oh! Get it off! Get it out! It's everywhere! Wash it away! Blood is being spilt all over this land, and I'm not sure how much more of it I can stand. People are rioting and being sent to war, all because of me wanting more! This all happened because it could. Because this country is just too good! God bless America! Land that I love! Which has provoked a hawk from this innocent little dove! What is opportunity, democracy, and liberty if it is stripped away to manage a country's artillery? This blood will not get off my hands until this country meets its new commands. President Macbeth, everyone is waiting while you try to improve your staggering rating, making decisions and nothing more behind closed doors. President Macbeth, you can't be stopped now, as that hourglass looms behind your mushroom cloud. You have become famed with convincing hope, but know this. Ideas cannot be framed. The flag. The flag. It's everywhere! And behind its wave I will always be found. Blue, as the blood that courses my veins. Red, the color which bind my hands in chains. And white, the color of my heart, where guilt forever remains.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible.
With liberty and justice for all.
Day after day, alone on a hill, the man with the foolish grin is keeping perfectly still. But nobody wants to know him, they can see that he's just a fool. And he never gives an answer, but the fool on the hill sees.
War protests have gotten out of hand outside. They're burning draft cards, they're yelling, they're screaming.
Well, speak, kid. How many are there?
10,000 people, sir. But there's one more thing.
What is it?
Sir, your wife, Lady Bird, passed away.
Life is but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage is heard no more. It is a tale full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Since I'm invincible, I need to get ready to fight.
Johnson had a button nose when first he went to Congress. Now it's long and crooked like a politician's promise. Hey, hey, LBJ, how many kids did you kill today? We're gonna take your toys away and bring our soldiers home now. LBJ tries every way to make our country prosperous. He fights rural poverty with CBUs and phosphorus. Hey, hey, LBJ!
Macbeth! Hear that? That's the sound of freedom. That's nothing you can buy, that's nothing you can take away, and that's nothing you can destroy or tarnish. Liberty and justice will always prevail in this country. You can take away my family, but you can't take away my beloved country.
Oh, won't you come in? Well, well, well. If it isn't the long-lost Speaker Macduff. Where were you for so long? I know damn well it wasn't with your family.
You son of a bitch. You remember Duncan's little brother, Robert? I've been with the Kennedys. They're gonna take you down. Found out, and the country's ours again.
What can I say? You caught me red-handed. And I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for these meddling kids.
Do it, Linton.
Were you not born a woman? Have you never heard of a C-section?
And I've been holding on to the bastard's head for 50 years.